Hello all. Thank you for joining me here. Today we're going to do a pretty essential part of any painting process. We're going to be gessoing a canvas. So we're going to need some gesso and we're going to need a very large brush. Some people can use a small roller if your canvas is large enough, like this one. But today, we're going to be using something like this rounded brush here. And we're just going to be rubbing a small amount of gesso on the canvas and allowing it to dry in preparation for later painting. So we have a container here with some water in it. And I'll just put this down so you can see a little better the arrangement as I work. So, hello, thank you so much for joining me. I should probably say hello. Hello. There we go. Somebody showed up, but then they went away. So, I have no idea what this means. And after we gesso, we can probably use some of the pencils and that kind of thing. So not very exciting, not very speed painter-ish, Bob Ross style. So I have a small container, a pot for my paint, and I'm just going to be putting some gesso on here. This is not one of those things that you ever saw Bob Ross do, but what this does is it creates a nice foundation on our canvas so that we can work from there and the canvas doesn't soak up too much of our paint, and also our pencil lines show up really nicely. So, but it needs time to dry before we can actually use this canvas. So first, I'd like to go just vertically over the canvas, allowing the canvas to soak up as much as possible. And massaging it into the canvas. White on white does not make for great entertainment here with the canvas, but you'll see what this does very, very soon when we really get working. So, this is part of that Zen process of really getting into working the canvas and understanding its textures. We're going all one direction, if you'll notice, just straight down at the moment vertically. And then we'll go horizontally in a minute. Just trying to make a good, even coat. Very nice. Very nice. Feel free to work on your own at home if you happen to have a stretch of canvas and already mounted and some gesso. By all means, don't let me stop you. We can work in tandem. Cooperation. This will also get out any imperfections from moving the canvas over time. My apologies if you were expecting tarot readings at the moment. Something about painting that does my heart good. Definitely. I sincerely hope that you can hear me out there well enough. It doesn't have to be absolutely perfect. It's mostly important just to get a good glossy coat on there, going all one direction, and then we can go the other direction, and we'll have a very nice matte surface in which to start working without worrying about too much soaking or, on the other hand, too much runoff from our paints. This is an acrylic gesso, so it's designed to work with acrylic paints. However, other forms of gesso might be more advantageous to the style you're working in. Gesso is usually a water soluble, totally, so soap and water will always work with some gesso, just in case you get a little too wild. But it certainly makes for a more professional appearance. Granted, you stay on top of it. Get down any little smears or wrinkles. Get some good wrist action up at the top where there was a smudge. Now there is no smudge. Very professional looking canvas. All working one way. Yay! All right, now we're going to be working the horizontal direction. I think we should have some music at some point in these videos. What do you think? If you think music would be a good idea, please type in the comments section and let me know for the painting videos in the future, whether we should have LPs or maybe CDs, something like that, what genre you might like to hear, whether we should do music at all, whether it should just be me talking. We could do that too. So right now we're going to go horizontal, and you'll see a remarkable change in appearance. It will suddenly look far more professional going one direction. And now two, you will now see a lot more glossy appearance, not so many lines showing up. Get much more of a feel for our canvas this way. Much more of a feel for where things are going to fall eventually when we do our real painting. Not very Bob Ross pace, I know, but something satisfying about it, and I thought I'd share this part of the process with you all. Here we go. See, the more gesso that's used in a process like this, the less paint that will eventually soak up, and the more control over the paint that ends up on the canvas that we'll have, rather than it being determined just by the direction of the linen cloth of the canvas. So thank you for stopping by. Thank you for watching this very, very, very minimalistic video. If we were an abstract artist right now, minimalism would be what we're going for, and we'd be done. So we have some nice lines going on. It's actually very helpful to have this going on camera. I can see as it progresses how the line is hitting it. And there's something comforting about painting on camera. Kind of like doing yoga on camera. Doing anything as a how-to video is a different type of dance. All right. Yes. Whew. Good warm up for the wrists. Very nice. Do a little stretching with the wrists. And that was incredibly enjoyable. Certainly gets your whole energies flowing, ready to do some more, do some more painting. Take a break, have some liquid, and think about what you're going to accomplish in the next series here, next area. So this has been so enjoyable for me personally. Just adding some moisture here, smoothing it out a little more. These initial lines can actually stand to be some prototyping guidelines with your drawing later on, or with your painting later on as you're working. Just knowing where your canvas lines are. Your groove. Knowing your groove. Okay. I think I've spoken pompously at the camera long enough. I hope you've enjoyed the painting process here a little bit, and I hope to visit you again with a part 2 of this series very, very soon, where we will start painting a cityscape of Atlantis is what I would like to do. So we're going to be painting a new style cityscape of Atlantis and drawing that in briefly, but mostly painting that in. So thank you so much for joining me, and I truly appreciate it. It's been my pleasure.